It's like a never-ending cycle. You make a goal and then you procrastinate again and again and again. Well, happiness researcher Jillian Mandich joined me to discuss getting the motivation to finish all that to-do list. Jillian Mandich, thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Of course you're happy because you're the happiness researcher. So we were talking about resolutions over there, and we all had different ones. And the number one thing is, I said I've been trying to get to the gym for 2 years now. I'm the worst procrastinator. But you say the number one tip is to think about the feelings behind the actual action, right?
Yes, exactly. Because so often, especially when we go into the new year, we write out our goals, we're super motivated, and yet it's a tangible thing. If instead you focus on the feeling behind it, you're much more likely to maintain that motivation.
So for example,
if you wanted to lose weight, so say you want to lose 10 pounds. Instead of setting a goal of losing 10 pounds, if you focus on the feeling, I want to feel stronger, I want to feel thinner, I want to feel healthier, more energized, sexier, whatever it is, focusing on the feeling is much more likely to maintain that motivation and to allow you to feel really rewarded and satisfied as you work towards your goal.
Okay, so it's not quantifying it. It's deep within, right? Like I don't need to look at the number, I need to look at the feeling.
Yes, our brain is this funny thing where we can't just have an outcome, we need to have feelings in mind. So for example, there was a research study done where people were told a sad story and then they were told not to feel sad, and that group felt worse than the people that were told that same sad story and not told how to feel at all.
That's funny.
So we really need to work with our brain and use our emotions.
Gotcha. Okay. Procrastination occurs the most when you're in a bad mood, right? So why is that?
So oftentimes when we procrastinate, we are in a bad mood, or if we're in a bad mood, we're more likely to procrastinate. So a study done with university students found that when they were in bad moods, they procrastinated more than any other time.
Yeah.
So knowing that, changing our mood and finding a way to shift our state before we start a goal is going to boost our motivation. So if we're in a bad mood, we're feeling that maybe having a dance party, going for a walk, playing with our kids will change our mood and then boost our motivation.
Okay, so take the steps. So that kind of goes with, changing your mood to increase your motivation. Let's talk about setting the small goals. Sometimes people have this pie in the sky goal. Let's use the weight as an example. I'm going to lose 20 pounds. Is that attainable? And then you sort of feel down when you don't hit that 20.
Exactly, because we look at where we are right now and where we want to be, and that gap seems so big, it can almost paralyze us in our tracks and not make us want to start.
Right.
So instead, if we set small goals along the way and then we celebrate the success and the wins, then that's more likely to keep us motivated.
So how do you celebrate those wins?
So what I would say is break it down into small steps. So say, for example, you want to change your nutritional habits. Starting with 1 week, okay, I'm going to eliminate refined sugars. And the next week, I'm going to add a couple more fruits and vegetables. And then as you do it, instead of just saying, I want to completely overhaul my diet and do go in and take everything out at once, finding small things that you can change each week will help you to boost your motivation.
Oh, I love it. There are so many more tips, Jillian, and I wish we could get to them all, but we can reach you on Twitter at Jillian Mandich. At Jillian Mandich. For more information and some tips, head to breakfasttelevision.ca.